Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. The S&P 500 was up almost 1/4 of 1% today. Another record high. It's 54 record highs so far this year on the S&P 500. That's a pretty incredible year, actually. The month of November turned out to be pretty much what we had expected, what we've been talking about, our shows and all these videos. A great month. Turned out to be a good rate of return. Rallied up after the election, ended the last day on a record high for the year. And so, really doing well as far as that goes. December is not historically as strong a month as November, but it is an up month on average. So we'll see how that works out. The thing that you have to remember about December is that it's an end of a year and the end of a quarter. And so there's a lot of rebalancing that happens. And so you can get some real volatility, usually starting around the 10th to the 15th and going till maybe about the 28th. You often get downturn, actually, and then things can start to rally up. And generally will rally up, at least on average, for the first part of the year, too. So we'll see how that plays out this year. Just talking about kind of the seasonal averages, just so you can kind of understand, what we're looking at. They do have some impact, at least. And so far this year, actually, seasonal impacts have been quite accurate if you looked at those as a guide for what might happen as far as that goes, especially during a presidential election year. So not a bad day. Things are actually doing pretty well. Obviously, we're going to have to look and see what happens next year with all the different policies. We're learning and seeing more and more articles, I think, some good, thoughtful pieces on what might happen. It's very difficult to, analyze what might happen because of the unpredictability of, the promises versus the actual, scenario. However, Bloomberg had a great piece today on, how the tariffs could lay out and what that would mean as far as that goes. So right now, you got to pay attention to the market because the market's very smart, actually, and it's going up here and it knows what's coming and all these different things that can happen and the market's still going up. And so pay attention to that. If you're nervous about where the market's going to go after January 20th, for example, pay attention to what the market's doing now because it is going up or setting new all-time highs. Again, the market's looking forward. Maybe it's looking at the combination of all the deregulation and lower taxes. And, if you lower corporate taxes to 15%, the stock market's going to go up, those types of things. So, we'll see what happens. There's pros and cons to all of these different policies that are being talked about and see how they're laid out. But overall, really good time to be investor. The markets are doing well, continue to do well. I would expect them to continue to do well, at least through the end of the year here, with the one caveat being probably about a 2-week period where we have some downturn / volatility as the market, as all these big funds rebalance at the end of the year as far as that goes. So anyway, look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Thank you very much.